They pursued their dreams. We shouldn't, how dare we judge that? No, we shouldn't be judged. Park $1 billion and bet on Canadian agriculture? How dare we?
And why in the hell does it take an academic from the East folks to say that? And thank you for coming on the show to say that.
Oh yeah, Monnett's. Yeah, I feel no. It's just unfortunate, but as we were talking before going on air here, I think at some point Canada needs to glorify risk taking and be thankful for the Monnett's. And I know it's controversial. I don't care. When I was at Purdue, so every fall I actually give a well, last fall I gave a talk in October at Purdue to entrepreneurs, and I was actually talking to some folks at a table over lunch before my talk, and there were about 10 farmers, entrepreneurs. Most of them were farmers, but they were looking at launching another business. And so I asked them, how many of you have actually gone bankrupt at least once? And half the table raised their hands. Can you imagine asking that question in Canada? Huh? And I said, so why are you here? Like, why are you here trying to launch a new business? Well, it's easy to get capital. Bankers will love the fact that I'm a risk taker, that I've actually made mistakes and I've learned from them. That's the paradigm shift that we need to see in Canada when it comes to risk taking. I don't think we do that enough. So there was a bankruptcy in Quebec, Les Serres de Mers. It was actually bought by Savoura. So it got recovered. Bonnett is a terrible event. But there's bankruptcies everywhere. But we need to at least recognize that behind these bankruptcies are people, leaders that have actually tried. That's more than most Canadians. They've actually tried. They've taken on risks, and they had dreams, and they pursued their dreams. We shouldn't. How dare we judge that? No, we shouldn't be judging. As an academic, I must say I'm thankful for entrepreneurs, whether they've actually failed or they've been successful. Like Robert Andjelic is someone I admire very much. And you were in Regina with me. I spoke after him. And you remember the first thing I said was to thank Robert. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Like when you see a guy, and I know he's controversial, but when you see a guy park $1 billion and bet on Canadian agriculture, how dare you judge him? He believes in Canadian agriculture. He parked $1 billion. Like, who would do that? Like, he's doing it for money, of course, but this is a vote of confidence towards Canadian agriculture. We should glorify that. We should be thankful for that.
And why in the hell does it take an academic from the East folks to say that? And thank you for coming on the show to say that. Because
I know.
Anybody who's been an entrepreneur and done anything knows how hard it is. And it ain't easy to have a big dream. And the bigger the dreams, the tougher it is. And anybody who hasn't done it really doesn't have much to contribute as far as like enlightened conversation about it, in my humble opinion. But that's the way she goes. There's lots of folks want to share their opinion. They're certainly entitled in a free country to do so.
Absolutely. I suspect that some people who are listening disagree, which is fine. Absolutely, it's all fine.
No, that's really good. We are getting really close to the top of the hour, but I wanted to pitch you one last question. I think is a really great way to leave this. And there are some other comments. Usually I try to read everybody's, but I want to stay on the hour here. And I think we're going to have you back quite a bit, Sylvain. There's so much I wanted to dig into.
We'll probably next time we'll do face-to-face.
I'd love that.
Even better. Over a beer.
No, that'd be great. So Ryan Bonnett is saying, this is a great place to leave it. What are your top 3 priorities in your opinion, Canada has in terms of agriculture and agri-food?
So first of all, Ryan is actually listening in. I'm honored. Wow, that's another legend.
He is
another legend. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a good question. I mean, I'd say so. Resiliency to me, I mean, we talk a lot about politics, but farmers are doing their work. They're still doing it, I'd say. But I would say that we're very lucky to be in Canada, to be honest, because we do have some major trade deals we can rely on to provide opportunities to farmers and to food processors, I think. So that would be so. So we're trade reliant, yes, but we have an opportunity to actually become trade focused, like Australia, like New Zealand, and other countries that have done very well. I'd say too, as an academic, I must say when it comes to, and actually we did some work with MNP comparing Canada with other G20 countries. When it comes to soil science, plant science, animal science, I can't think of a better country. We got that down to a T. Processing, not so much. Scaling up companies, not so much. But so when we think about gene editing, for example, we're well equipped to do very well. Absolutely. And I'd say, lastly, I would say right now, um, what would be the other one? Um, I mean, the government is. I know a lot of people are not keen in seeing more corporate welfare, but Canada is actually a leader in that area. Is that a good thing? It's a good thing, and this is based on our study with MMP. It's a good thing if the private sector does the heavy lifting, but that's not the case right now. So right now, a lot of provinces, the feds are investing, but we don't see much. And frankly, I think it has a lot to do with the economy. And so we need to make sure that Canada becomes an attractive place to invest.